Malibu Dan, Malibu Dan. Episode 22, For Better or For Worse, my favorite newspaper comic strip.
Okay.
There we go. It's all closed. Perfect. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Midweek Freak Treat. This is Malibu Dan, the Family Man. I already did all that. What up?
Well, you had to close something. What were you closing? Your zipper? Your drawers? Your life?
I was, yeah. I was closing my zipper because of all the fine tale in this episode.
Yeah, you got to prepare your pants.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Podcast.
Got to get new cuffs, according to my wife.
Pant cuffs?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't understand. That whole chunk of the episode makes Ling sense to me. I don't understand. Ling is 0 in Chinese, by the way, or Cantonese, by the way. I don't know what any of that meant that happened when there were subtitles, and all of it was nonsense. But we'll get to all that. What did you think of this episode?
I hated it.
Did you?
I didn't like it whatsoever. I couldn't get into it. The theme song came on, and I was like, okay, second last episode. Get into it. You know, get some spirit back into this show. And then the episode started, and Holiday, and the whole crew. The B-plot sucked.
Yeah. I don't disagree with you on that. The one saving grace of the B-plot is they kept talking about going to a Luke Bryan concert, and he's my favorite country artist. So I was like, heck yeah, I'm going to that. I want to go to that Luke Bryan concert in California. That sounds great.
Oh, man, maybe you could go with Reggie.
I'd rather go with Reggie's wife, if you know what I'm saying, but Reggie's a good consolation prize.
I would love to go with his wife.
Oh, take her out for a nice dinner first on Arlen's dime? Oh, what a treat.
Yeah. Oh, especially on Arlen's dime. I forgot about that. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Arlen doesn't have enough money to take an investor out for tacos, but he's got enough money to pay Reggie off. Oh, boy. I was really genuinely excited when they were dropping Luke Bryan's name, to the point where I was like, they said it so much in the pre-credit, like the cold open, that I was like, are we going to get a Luke Bryan cameo in here? Like, because he's Christian as frick, I'm sure. And like, they could probably get him on the show.
Yeah, you'd think they could pull him in, a name like that. And for like the finale, that's what I was like missing from this episode. I wanted some fireworks. I wanted like cameos by every actor that's been on this show. I wanted something big.
Yeah, it's not just a season finale. It's a series finale. And it's like, I know sometimes, you know, when you think about great series finales, right? You think of like Breaking Bad. You think of The Sopranos. You think of Lost. MASH. Game of Thrones. You think of, name other shows that have ended.
Three's Company.
Futurama. Gotham? Did
Beverly
that show
Hillbillies.
Beverly Hill. Matlock.
Matlock represented in this show.
Frasier. Toss salads and scrambled eggs all over my friggin' face. But then...
Wink!
Sometimes... Well, sometimes... like series finales are like a big culmination of a story, right? Like Breaking Bad. It was like the culmination of everything that happened. It was like the big climax, if you know what I'm saying. And sometimes they're just like slice of life. This is what, hey, it's just like, and then, and the rest, essentially, right? It just keeps going. This episode, or this 2-part series finale seems to be like, hey, what if we just took an episode idea and then just stretched it over 2 parts and didn't really do anything to make it feel that special? Okay, that's one way to do it.
Exactly. This feels like a middle season episode. Very by the book Malibu Dan, the Family Man episode. And it starts like Emily has a birthday party, so I'm like, okay, Emily has a birthday party. People are going to float in. There's going to be crazy birthday hijinks. Nope, done.
Like, she immediately is like, I hope Big Farty Marty Dankle shows up to the party. And I'm like, me too. And then Dan goes, nah, he's not coming. I'm like, well, what the heck? What's that about,
That's
man?
a yuck.
Yeah, big yuck in my yum. Also, there's no cake. She pretends to blow out candles. There's no cake. The cake that she's supposedly about to eat is off camera, so there is no cake. It's not there, and it made me mad to be like, you cheap sacks of garbage.
Yeah, like a birthday party without a cake? How depressing is that? I mean...
Well, there was there was a cake there in the reality of the show, but in the reality of reality, there was no cake on set. And again, this is the series finale. Just make a cake that says, "Hey, we love you, crew," or whatever garbage. I'm sure everyone ate cake. Well, everyone probably ate cupcakes that day, but like... it's cheap. Just cheap, Dan.
Yeah. Get interesting and just get like a pan, put a bunch of whipped cream in it, bunch of Smarties in there.
There you go.
Make it up.
Get cupcakes. There's a bajillion cupcakes on the show. Get 10 and put candles in them and you're done. No, can't even do that.
Get like a naked Asian lady and put some sushi on her.
Yeah, get laid.
Whoa, we're going to have to bleep that.
We're not bleeping that because this is the series finale of Malibu Dan the Family Man. There are no rules anymore. And when we get to
Part 1.
Well, yes, part 1. Sorry. Yeah. Part 2, I'll censor all kinds of stuff. But part 1...
we're letting loose.
Yeah. Everything's out right now.
My neck hurts. I don't know what it is with the way I'm sitting. I can't get comfy.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Why don't you look in that steamer trunk of yours? That's a euphemism that Reggie drops on holiday.
Really? He has a steamer trunk?
No, I think he's implying that her purse is like a steamer trunk. But, saying, why don't you look in that steamer trunk? Like, steamer trunk is just like, that sounds like a euphemism. That sounds like a place where hot steamers come out of, you know what I'm saying?
Is that where you keep steam? What's a steamer trunk? Do you know what that is?
Yes.
What that is?
Are you asking me genuinely or in a comedic way? Because I know both
Genuinely.
I can do. A steamer trunk is like a big chest that people would like travel on trains with back in like the olden days. It was like, those big boxes essentially with like a latch on them. That's a steamer trunk.
Yeah, we got one of those from Ireland.
Oh, very cool. Do you keep your blankets in it?
No, we keep it empty. So it makes takes up as much space as possible without being useful.
That's really good. Can you at least put your feet on it? Is it near a chair or something? Or no, it's just
nah.
Just a conversation piece. People go, "What is that?" And you go, "I don't know what it's called. I don't know."
It's definitely not a steamer trunk.
No.
Other than that, I have no idea what it is. We have a library and it takes about half of the library up, and then you can't sit down in the library.
Woof.
Because of the steamer trunk.
That's pretty good. Is it big enough that you or your wife could hide in it and scare the other person?
Yeah, we frickin' it all the time.
No, that's a big steamer trunk. You're a full-grown man, and your wife's a full-grown woman. For 2 full-grown adults? Wow.
2, yeah. We suck our bellies in.
Oh, where are you going with this? We suck, then a pause. Then I don't know if I like, I'm going to have to get the censor button ready.
Yeah, we suck our bellies in. Don't get dirty. Come on.
Series finale, man. It's everything's on the table.
Yeah, everybody's hanging out there. We suck.
Push your belly out.
In.
Whoa, push your belly out this time.
All right, we'll see if we can fit.
You won't. You won't be able to. That's why you got to suck them in.
Maybe I'll plank on it.
That'd be pretty cool. Oh, can you plank on it? Disguise your face so people won't know who you are. Take a picture, and then we'll post it on our Twitter that we're never getting back ever. Twitter has and granted, we are recording this like 10 weeks in the past or whatever, but man, our Twitter is gone. Like, it's just never coming back, huh?
I'm sure we could email somebody about it or Gmail somebody about it, but I'm not putting in that effort, I don't think.
I'm just going to start tweeting at David A.R. White from our feet pick page. Yes, I super picky. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, the thing about it is that, yes, we super picky, and that's what we want to tell people.
Exactly.
And you can't tell us not to tell that to people because you created a platform for us to tell that to people.
Exactly. And our picture and stuff is still Pure Boys, so like, look at it, you'll know who it is. You already know who it is, they say in rap music.
Yes, I super picky.
Oh man, I drank a moo latte today. God, it was good. Oh my God, I love a moo latte.
Still never have one.
Hey, go from between 2 and 5 to get one. It's happy hour, and they're only like $2. It's a beautiful thing.
What?
Yeah, buddy.
That's a real thing.
That's what I got today. I got my wife and I each medium cappuccino mou lattes. Cost me $5.
Okay, so you're sitting there at 1:59.
Yeah,
and you're having
waiting.
this real thirsty vibe about you, and you're thinking, "Hey, let's go down to DQ and get ourselves a mou latte."
Yeah. Well, I had other errands to run, and then I was like, hey, babe, I'm going to go get a mou latte, or I'm going to grab a mou latte on the way home. And she was like, ooh, grab me one. And I went, okay. She has made fun of me constantly for drinking mou lattes. And then today she was like, you know what? Get me a mou latte too. And I was like, I gotcha. Now you're hooked.
You bit.
Yeah. I'm reeling her in now. I got her on the line. Call me a marlin.
Do you get it with whipped cream on top?
It comes with whipped cream. You don't even have to pay extra for it. That's included.
But like, I probably would say no whipped cream. I'm a no whipped cream guy when it comes to fast food.
Yeah, you could do that then. You could just say no whip. That's fine.
And no whip.
No
That's
whip.
cooler.
That is way cooler. Yell it at the old Filipino woman who's making it for you. Hey, no whip. She'll go, okay.
Shout out to all the Filipinos working out there.
Are we calling them Filipinos now?
Yeah. Add a little onion in the middle.
Ooh, a little spicy. They are a spicy culture. I'll tell you that much.
Philippinians.
Yeah, you bet.
Some of my favorite people are Filipinos.
Oh, yeah? What are their names?
Philip.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Pinion?
I'll tell you this. Their last names are all Spanish sounding. I can guarantee that. Whoever your Filipino friends are, their last names are Rodriguez or Dominguez, or that's a fact.
Did the Spanish have sex with them to create the today's Filipinos?
I believe that the Philippines was like conquered or colonized or whatever the correct term would be by the Spanish. I'm pretty sure of that because I don't know a single Filipino person who doesn't have a Spanish last name. So
yeah.
And I know lots of them, so that's how woke
And if we're wrong, we're not going to apologize.
No, we don't have to.
No.
Full stop. We don't have to. Series finale. Everything's on the table.
We are not apologizing.
This is not a political podcast. This is a podcast about the Philippines, but that's neither here nor there.
Where is the Philippines? Is that in Germany?
In Germany? No. It's in like the South Pacific, I want to say.
Yeah, well, that's a safe bet because of their...
It's in the ocean. It's somewhere in the ocean.
On Earth?
Last time I checked.
Oh, my God.
50,000 little islands somewhere in the ocean, just scattered about.
50,000 little islands somewhere in the ocean.
There was a boxing match there one time. The Rumble in the Jungle. Maybe that was in the Philippines? I don't know. That could be wrong.
I thought that was in Jamaica.
That was not in Jamaica. That was in Haiti, as far as I know.
Why didn't they go to like Hawaii or something? Go to like the Hard Rock Casino or something?
Yeah, go to the Hard Rock Cafe. That's where all boxing matches should take place.
Like,
go to Planet Hollywood.
Yeah, why go to like a African continent?
Yeah, exactly. When you could box underneath Mr. Bean's car. That's what you want to do.
Yeah. Oh, that was weird.
Are you looking up where the Philippines is?
I want to know where Rumble in the Jungle was.
Okay. I think it was the Philippines. I could be wrong.
Did you clock in this episode like interspersed with the laugh track? There was like a yip. There was a yip.
I think that was just you hearing your own voice.
No, it was like at the end when the laugh track was coming down. It was yip. Yip. It made it so hard to watch this episode.
I didn't notice that. That's a real humdinger. I must be losing my touch. I was eating craisins though at the time, so like my attention was kind of split.
Oh.
You don't like
let's talk about craisins for a hot minute.
Hey, I got a bag of them right here. They're delicious. Love me some craisins.
I love craisins.
Mm-hmm. You know what? As I've gotten older, I love raisins. Just straight up raisins. Yeah. They're great. And you know what's even better? When you get trail mix that has raisins and peanuts together, and some of that salt from the peanuts gets on the raisins, they should sell salted raisins. I would eat the heck out of salted raisins.
Ooh, now you're talking my language.
That'd be so good.
Salted raisins?
Why isn't that a thing?
Half carbonated soda and a salted raisin?
We are 95. We're as old as Dan's dad. By the way, Dan's dad is in this episode.
I'm such an old 13 to 15-year-old.
God, yeah, for real. You're the oldest twink I've ever met, and certainly the hottest, and you've disappeared into the Heller method, or the Heller approach. Oh no, I can't see you anymore. There you are. Okay, where was the rumble in the jungle?
Zaire?
Zaire?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. There was
October 30th, 1974.
There's a great documentary called When We Were Kings. I think this is what it's called. This is about that. Famous Philippines. This is just going to bring up a bunch of Manny Pacquiao boxing matches.
I used to hate raisins when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Couldn't stand them. I would take them out of my Halloween bag and throw them at my Pasha.
And now what?
And he would lap them up.
Of course he would. He loves them.
Yeah, because he was a man and I was a wee bitty boy.
Oh, I feel like such a stupid idiot. I don't think there was a big famous Filipino boxing match. What an idiot I am.
Maybe it was kickboxing. Maybe it was
like any Manny Pacquiao fight. That counts. That's what I was referring to. Any Manny Pacquiao fight.
Any Manny Pacquiao. He probably took a fight to the Philippines.
I mean, he's from the Philippines, so yeah, he probably had lots of fights there.
Isn't he from Mexico?
See, that's where they get you. You think, oh, this guy's... You're going to find out in your career, you're going to see names coming up, and you're going to go, oh, that person's like Latino, and then they're coming and you go, nope, you're a little Filipino person. That's interesting. I would have never guessed that.
And that's how they get you.
That's how they get you. Yeah, it's a trick that all Filipinos know. Can we go back and re-record this episode and not talk about the Philippines at all?
Yeah, that would be great.
I
feel terrible about everything.
We've really lost the thread on what happens in For Better or For Worse PT1.
Well, no, but Arlen is not the white Kanye West.
No, he's not. That's true. But Holiday did have tickets to a Luke Bryan concert that she gave to Reggie, and then Arlen gave Reggie money. And Arlen's life is, again, revealed to be very sad in this episode because he needs the company credit card so we can take a sponsor out for lunch. Did we talk about this on air or off air? I feel like we talked about this before, but now I don't remember.
I think it was off air.
All right, good.
No, it must have been on air.
No.
Are we on the air?
We're about 18 minutes on the air, yeah. Yep. Yeah, Arlen can't afford to take a sponsor to lunch. He can't afford tacos. What a loser. What a sad life. To be like, oh, I can't afford to buy tacos for two people.
But then he also mentions that's why he makes the big bucks. So maybe he does make big bucks?
No, that was a lie. We saw where he lives. He does not make the big bucks. He said that before, and I think it's just a turn of phrase that he thinks makes him sound important. But really, it's just sad when you know the truth of Arlen's life.
Oh, I want to give him a hug, but also never touch him.
No, you'll come away smelling like the cheapest cologne ever. And that smell's never coming off. That's like getting the plague or something. It sticks to you.
Well, he's always at Sloppy Mix eating cheese.
Boy, did I hate the name of that restaurant.
Yep.
It's
racist.
Yep. It is. They had to clarify. They had to make damn sure that they didn't mention that it was a bar. They couldn't be like, let's go to Sloppy Mix Tavern. You can't do. That's not what you can call a place in real life. You can't do that.
We should petition PureFlix to bleep out mix in this episode.
We should petition PureFlix. While I think that's a great idea, we should petition PureFlix to let us have a show called Sloppy Mix. And that's our show. And it's a spin-off of Malibu Dan the Family Man. So Malibu Dan can pop in. Let's face it, he won't. But Reggie could pop in. Hell, Reggie... The show could be Reggie buys into Sloppy Mix and then becomes a part owner of it, and then it's like the adventures of like I pictured it as like a Dave and Buster's style tavern. So it's like there's games and then Sloppy Mix, and it's a great place.
I think every plot should have to be about him trying to get cheese. Every problem is him trying to get a certain cheese. Something from the distributor doesn't go through. There's a cheese shortage in Malibu or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, they do have an all-you-can-eat cheese buffet. Which is that all? Is that all that's in the buffet?
That's
is
all they. That's all they have
cheese?
ever.
Oh, that
Cheese.
sounds awful. I think I know the answer to that question of how much cheese can you eat from a place that has a cheese buffet? 0 cheese. I won't be eating any of your cheeses, sloppy mix. I'm sorry, but no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, a charcuterie board is great, but not if it's been sitting out all day.
No, God no. Yuck, gross. And like, not only sitting out, people just touching it all day long. Just their dirty hands getting under the sneeze guards. It's sloppy mix. Ugh.
Buffets in general should be canceled. I don't know why there's any buffet existing at all. I saw a buffet restaurant open in the middle of the pandemic.
Ugh. That's why the terrorists hate us, because they don't have buffets where they're from. We have buffets. No. It's a symbol of our decadence and our bougie society that we have, where we can just look at spreads of food and go, I'm going to eat this until I'm sick.
Yeah.
And I'll pay $15 for it and complain about how much it costs for endless
And then we
food.
eat it with utensils? Like, why aren't we just using our hands?
How much beef barley soup can you ingest?
Quite a bit, baby.
Oh, the first place I had beef barley soup was a buffet, and I went, this changes my life. This is the best soup ever. Then
changes
I had
my wife.
I thought beef barley was the best soup ever, and then I ate one more kind of soup and went, nope, never mind. Yeah. It's fine.
But a different kind of soup.
Oh, it's in the rear view now. Bye, beef barley. You'll never see you again.
I haven't had beef barley in a while. I went back to like back.
I went back.
Canned beef barley soup.
What
and
is
it was
wrong
disgusting.
with you?
It was so gross.
Man, I hatey that. I hatey that more than the Nazis, as Kanye West would say. The white Kanye West.
I just stared at the can and I was like, I'm a man now. I don't need you in my life anymore.
I'm a man. I'm eating Campbell's chunky soup now because I'm a man. That's who the soup is made for.
Well, the chunk.
Brother, I got to tell you, for up until much too late in my life, I thought soup just came from a can. I didn't know you could just make soup. I thought that it was just... It's just, where does soup come from? They squirt it out of a machine in a factory. What are you talking about? You can't just make... What do you mean you boil bones? I'm not doing that. Open the can.
What do you mean you boil bones?
Boil bones to make my broth? I don't think so.
What?
Fee-fi-fo-fum over here. No thanks.
Oh, my wife makes a good chicken soup. It hasn't happened in a while.
Tell her to do it then.
Yeah, I should. We get chicken all the time.
Next time you crawl out of that steamer trunk, and that is a euphemism entirely, tell your wife to make some chicken soup.
Yeah, I will. And she is my wife, and we can do whatever we want in that trunk. Hand stuff.
Oh, yeah. Foot stuff.
No.
Yeah,
no
yeah. Well, it's hard. It's hard.
Beep!
Looks like you owe Holly an apology. That's a nice rhyme, kind of. I wrote that down as like, that's a nice rhyme. And then I said it out loud and went, that's not really a rhyme. I mean, kind of, but not loosely.
It's words.
You know what? It is words. Do you think that there will be a new internet fad called angeling?
What's this?
Well, according to the whiteboard at the Wake Up Malibu office, it's where people strike the Charlie's Angels 3 women pose. And I went, no, that's not going to be a new internet thing. I'll tell you that right now.
Wasn't it, though? It feels like
no.
A bunch of Karens could get really into that.
I guess. I feel like it was a thing when we were in high school and people would take pictures, but nobody really knew what it was. It was just like, put your hand up like a gun and then turn to the side. But nobody had ever...
James Bonding.
Exactly. James Docking, if you know what I'm saying. Nobody had ever seen Charlie's Angels in our high school, except for the McG versions. So we didn't know what it was. Like, when I picture Charlie's Angels, I picture, Lucy Liu, my girl Drew, Cameron D, and Destiny. That's Charlie's Angels as far as I'm concerned.
I don't think I've ever seen the originals, and I've seen a lot of old TV. It's not something they re-aired because it probably wasn't that great.
It was bad, and it sexualized women. They couldn't show that again.
Gross.
Right?
In the 70s?
Ugh. I mean, there was that famous Farrah Fawcett poster that people just unloaded Yiz to back in the day.
Oh, yeah. My dad probably unloaded Yiz to that photo all the time.
Yeah, I mean, you're an only child because all of your siblings got unloaded to that poster.
That's what he would tell me every morning.
I would make more of you, but Farrah's calling. I can't resist her siren's call.
I barely saw my dad when I was a kid.
Oh, that makes me sad to hear. Or is this a Yiz thing?
I mean, the poster was that good.
Oh, I see. Oh, thank God. I thought you were being real for a second. That you were like, oh, my dad just was never at home. Like, oh, God, did he have the poster in the garage or something?
Oh, he was at home. I could see him through the crack of the door.
Looking through the keyhole.
Just shuffling around really vigorously. I didn't know what was going on.
Fist pumping. He used the original Pauly D.
Well, you don't need clothes to fist pump.
No, you don't. In fact, it's easier to fist bump without clothes because there's no sleeves getting in the way. There's no pants getting in the way. You're free to pump as much as you want. I hated that.
Well, speaking of free to pump as much as you want.
Free to pump.
Dan's father comes by the house.
Dan's father comes, yeah.
Yeah. It turns out he has broken up with his wife.
No.
I think they call that a divorce.
He he left her. I don't think they they're still married, I think. I don't think they've divorced yet. So, but yeah.
He left her at home.
Yeah, exactly. In Albuquerque or something.
And there is this new hot piece of butt. I mean, by everybody else's standards in society, I think they would call her hot.
By Dan's old boomer's dad, like his standards, this chick is a dime. But like when we see Dan's mom, it's like, no, you had a dime at home. What are you doing chasing this skirt, this dumb broad? You had a 10 out of 10 at home. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, you had a real woman, but
you're looking at one.
She is wearing quite a skimpy dress when she first arrives. I was scandalized.
Talking about his like dime piece.
Yeah.
I'd agree.
Like way too short for this show. This is a Christian medium.
I mean, you want to talk about too short? Let's talk about that T-shirt, that shirt that Kate wears to bed at the end of the episode.
Ooh, did you see her legs?
Oh, did I see her legs? Oh my God, they went all the way up.
To her hips.
Yeah, you bet. Legit, I was like, oh damn, Kate, that's a look. Oof, I don't mind that. I wouldn't kick you out of bed for eating crackers. Oof.
Is your wife eating crackers a lot in bed? You can tell me.
I kick her out all the time, yeah. Like hard. I lean back and then I kick as hard as I can. Get out of here. Take your crackers to the couch.
Take your crackers to the couch. The title of your first erotic novel.
That's right, yeah. Yum. A yuck in my yum production.
Eat raisins in bed if you're gonna eat anything. Crackers, get out of here.
Nah, get out of here. I mean, I'll say this. I'm gonna make a very bold statement in the series finale of the show. Dehydrated fruit is better than non-dehydrated fruit. It is. It just is. Dehydrated blueberries, better than regular blueberries. Dehydrated pineapple, better than regular pineapple. Turkish apricots, better than eating an apricot. 9 out of 10 times, dehydrated fruit is better than fully hydrated fruit. It's less messy. You don't have to deal with peels and cores and all that junk. It's the perfect way to eat fruit.
That's because it's processed, baby. The cores, the fruit, the mess, it's all a part of the journey. You got your zucchinis. That's not a fruit.
Not a fruit.
You got your tomatoes. That's almost a fruit.
Isn't it mind-blowing to think that watermelons and zucchinis are in the same family, and cucumbers? Those are all the same family of like thing. It's all the same.
It's dumb.
It's all the same.
What is God thinking?
I don't know, man. It's almost as if he was like asleep at the wheel. People are saying, Jesus, take the wheel. He's fast asleep. He doesn't know what's going on.
I feel like to him, we're all just ants, and he can't even imagine what our lives are like, just like we can't imagine what ants' lives are like.
I mean, did you see Bruce Almighty? It's just an endless barrage of people being like, yeah, Jesus, give me what I want. Give me what I want. And he's like, guys, I don't care. You know how I am staring at a Farrah Fawcett poster right now, and I'm trying to get work done, if you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to get rid of the Holy Ghost, if you know what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying. That's what I thought about when I went to church, getting rid of that Holy Ghost.
Pureflix, hit us up for that sponsorship anytime. We'll give you the Holy Ghost, if you know what I'm saying.
I'll give you a confessional.
I hope by the time this episode comes out, we are sponsored by Pureflix, and then they just listen to how like adult the show gets as it goes on, and they go, you know what, we can't. We're gonna have to take back that sponsorship. You talk about Yiz a lot, and you talk about giving up getting rid of the Holy Ghost, and we can't have that connected to us. We already have Tommy Blaze.
Well,
he's difficult enough.
Yeah, the cleanup they have to do for Tommy Blaze must be just immaculate and conceptual.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't know who the father is, but no, I didn't have anything else to say to that.
It's Tommy Blaze.
It is Tommy Blaze. Can we talk about what a MILF Dan's mom is? I want to hammer that point home. She is fine, like aged wine.
Yeah, she's basically what turns this from a one-parter into a two-parter.
Yeah.
Her entry into the end of this episode, and she's looking fine.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Dan is lucky to have this as a mother.
Mm-hmm. Did you notice that? Did you notice that her relationship with Kate is exactly the same as Erica Estrada's relationship with Dan, where they don't see eye to eye, and they're like the parent is mean to them?
Well, you have to hate your in-laws.
Of course you do.
That's a fact.
Men are dumb. You have to hate your in-laws. You get fricked on your birthday and on Christmas, if you're lucky on Christmas. And,
maybe on your birthday.
Oh, definitely on your birthday. That's what it's reserved for that exclusively. You might get a little bit of hand stuff in the steamer trunk, if you know what I'm saying, on your birthday.
I don't think I've ever been handed with steam.
Yeah, it's probably not that good. I feel like it would hurt.
Probably not that great.
Probably not that great. Hey. The episode ends, a cliffhanger. Dan's mom shows up, and oh yeah, Jennifer, the hussy that Dan's dad is dating, is engaged to presumably a Filipino named Julio. So I can't wait to find out who Julio is in the next episode.
It should have been Frayne. Should have been
Frayne. What a twist that would have been.
But he's too rich. He could get his own boat. It doesn't track.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you cut off there. You went, but, and then that was it.
Well, you cut off.
No, buddy. According to what I'm recording, you cut off.
Should we get into it? Should we have a real argument?
Yeah, let's fire up Zoom again and try to make that hunk of junka work.
What a hunk of junk. That felt so wrong.
Oh, I hated it. Dan drove all the way home from work to talk to his dad for 2 minutes, and then he drove back to work. Why? It's like an hour commute. Why would you do that, Dan? Wait, you know what we didn't even talk about? The scene where Dan and Kate are laying in bed, and they're talking to each other, but there are subtitles that are saying different things. What is that about? Why did that even happen on the show? Why Malibu Dan?
You're cutting out.
I can't hear you, I'm sorry.